Hey everyone, it's Manav, and in today's video we're gonna be talking about how to create YouTube videos that magnetizes high ticket clients, and I'm gonna reveal my full system. And I mean, like, I've gotten results for myself, which is most important thing, and for my clients, right? So who is this for? This is for high ticket coaches providing value through YouTube, maybe even getting views, but like still struggling to book calls. And a really big non-negotiable requirement of the system is like, the secret to the system is actually caring about your viewers, and to check that like, you can watch this full video and you will understand exactly what I mean by it, right? And I really do mean by it. But like, and unlike like any other system, this system works on first principles, which is why like it is guaranteed to work for anyone who have real value. Let me correct, almost guaranteed, right? You still have to work. So these are all the results that I've gotten myself from this system. Some of them are from cold outreach. These are completely inbound. My most recent video, it got like most viewed, and got few inbound leads, still talking to them, but let's see like how it goes. So overview of the system. This system is called like high value content ecosystem, and as I showed you above, like how it worked for me and my client, and the same way it will work for you. So in this system, I'm going to show you exactly like how to create an idea and really just convert it into a video, and how to convert that video into booked calls, right? Like the same I have done for myself. If you don't know, like just go to my channel and you will see everything, right? So without any further ado, let's just begin with it. And here's just like quick drawing that I made, right? So how to create killer YouTube videos that magnetizes high ticket clients. So it's like 3 steps. So step 1 out of 3 is like having a killer ideation process, and it is really important. If you have a bad idea, it really does not matter. Like, I mean, like, I have this like full like Google Doc that I've made. But let's just say, like, if you don't like the idea of the video, which I hope not, but like, you're not gonna watch the video, right? So which is why like it's really important for you to nail this first step. And once you nail this, only then you can begin with the second step, right? So in this step, we're going to be learning exactly how to create killer idea that your audience is dying to watch, right? And quick note, remember, the foundation of the system is understanding the people in your niche, understanding the humans in your niche. And I'm going to paste a video in the I section that you can see, because like I've already covered it like in quite a few videos now. So you can just go and watch that video after this video. Like, just pay attention here first. Okay, so how do you actually come up with a killer idea? In my personal opinion, bro, do not really come up with a killer idea, because like, I'm gonna tell you why. Let me just begin with these things, right? So, or frick it, like, let me just tell you like why to not come up with a killer idea. Because like, if you have a beginner channel or even an established channel, if you're not yet like known like Charlie or like Alex, you like, you cannot really copy at that level, because people would understand or know it. And even like, I'm not recommending you to copy anything, but like just model their video ideas, right? So the thing is, like, if you come up with your own new thing, it probably is not gonna work for you, right? So like, if you come up with your own new niche, the chances of making money in that niche is really low, right? So here, method number 1, which is like going to the YouTube channel of the best guys in your niche and model their videos, right? So example like this was Charlie's, one of the most popular video. So instead of copying anything, I just model the video for myself. As you can see here, I had like less subscribers at that time, so it might not have that many views, right? So anyways, in the value section of the video, both of the videos, like my video and his video, are completely different, like they should be. Because like, you still have to make sure that you come out to be different, right? We are just taking a modeled idea, not really copying any video, right? Because like, like, YouTube has gotten much more difficult right now, and I'm gonna talk about it in detail below, but like, I just had to make sure that you understand this thing. And caveat to it is like, find the topic that actually interests you. Do not make any video for just the sake of views of it. Like, it never really works, right? So let's say like someone have their most popular video on I don't know, bro, like, let's say like trading, right? I don't really have any interest in trading right now, at least, like, so like, I wouldn't be able to create a really good video on that topic, right? So first way to come up with a killer idea is just go to the people in your niche and model their ideas, right? And do not like think like you are stealing anything. If like, there is this guy Will, like, he also modeled Charlie's videos, and he have got like hundreds of thousands of views doing that thing. So like, it's gonna like, be well for you, right? And method number two, which is a really good tool for this thing, which is like vidIQ. I've got it here, but like anyways, so if you go to this like thing, you will have this discover section, and there will be like the outlier section, basically the outlier videos of those which have proven to work better than the others, right? So like it is paid thing, I have bought it. It's like, bro, really less, maybe like for me it was like what, $4 or $5, right? So buy it, right? This section in vidIQ is gonna tell you like the outlier videos, basically the videos that work better than the others. So this video came on like my outlier section, and I model it, and now it's my most viewed video, right? So do not use this app for anything else. I mean, like, I used it for like creating ideas or all these things, never really worked for me, right? And now the method number three is like actually coming up with a killer idea. Now only use this if you have an established YouTube channel. If not, then skip this part, because like, bro, these two methods are like really enough for you to set yourself apart from the people, right? You have to have your own something different, which is why people should like you. And once people see that different thing in you, they are gonna stick with you, right? Then you can test and create your own video ideas, right? So sometimes you will not be able to find videos on topic that interest you, and you wouldn't want to make videos on them, right? Which is like completely fair. So if you come up with a new idea, the chances of getting viral increases a lot, even though like that should not be your goal, but like it's just like one of the pros of creating your own idea. But anyways, like at some point you have to come up with your own idea. So here's how to do it. It's like really simple. Mix what gets you traction and what interests you, right? Now I'm gonna talk about this in detail below, but like, it's just really as simple as that, right? Something that interests you and something that like it's gonna get you views, right? Because like at the end of the day, that is how you're gonna book calls, right? If you have like 100 views on your video, well, you can still book calls, I'm not declining that, but like chances are low, right? So this is an example, means like personally for me, maybe like maybe I like human psychology, right? Which could be my interest, and high ticket coaches is a keyword for my channel that helps me get more impressions, right? Which is how like I can get more views. So at that time, like my channel was new, which is why like it just have like 25 views. But anyways, like, bro, recent video, like it worked really well. But anyways, let me just begin with it, right? So step one of three, which was like coming up with a killer ideation. What I would say is like, on top of that, create a Google Doc in which like you will, once you create 3 or 4 YouTube videos, like you will start having ideas in your mind that you have to store somewhere, right? So create a Google Doc in which you can store your ideas, because like if you think that, oh, I'm gonna remember this idea, it never really happens, right? So I would say like that thing. And other than that, bro, like these 3 methods I think are like really enough for you to just have like killer ideation, right? I could have gone tactical into this part, but like it never really works. So like, let's begin with the second step, which is creating the value, right? So it has like a few sub parts, and first of them is like how to become magnetic, which you have to do again. In this section I'm just gonna be basically showing you how to really set yourself apart from all the other guys in your niche, right? So the bitter truth is like YouTube has now gotten a lot more difficult than it used to be, and the more you wait, the harder it gets for you. And that is why like it becomes really important for you to set yourself apart from the crowd, right, as soon as possible. Because if you just wait, bro, more creators are gonna come in, and it will be difficult for you to be unique. So let me give you some bird level perspective of what's happening right now. Everyone is just saying the same shit, right? This is the best outreach method, or this is the best Instagram story sequence, or all these things, right? Just start making content, or authentic content is the best way to sign high ticket clients. Maybe it is, right? But everyone knows these things, like there is nothing new about it, there is nothing unique about it, right? So if you're just saying the same stuff, then to your audience, to your viewers, you are just another person making videos on these topics, trying to get their attention and trying to get their money, right? So understand that if you keep saying the same shit, you are just another noise in the market, right? And it does not sound really good thing to hear, but like it is important for you to understand it, right? You have to be the black sheep in your niche so that you can differentiate yourself from the crowd, right? Now the big question is like how to actually do it. So to differentiate yourself from people in your niche, in my opinion, the best ways to do that is like defining your YouTube pillars. So below, like, I have an assumption of what Charlie Morgan's YouTube pillar would be. So maybe, you know, it is like client acquisition, human psychology, productivity and focus, and mindset, right? So these pillars make him unique, right? Like, which is why, like, if anyone tries to copy him, they really cannot, because like you have to come up with your own pillars. Every person is unique, which is why like your YouTube pillars should be unique, right? So now once you understand your YouTube pillars, what you do is like you start basically, you know, like how to create your YouTube pillars. Everything that interests you, right? Do not make it more than 5, you know. I think 4 or 5 is really enough, but anything that interests you, right? Now once you understand your YouTube pillars, what you do is like you start playing and combining different pillars while making the video, right? And you will come out to be unique every single time, because like those are your interest, those are your YouTube pillars, which is why no one can copy it, right? For example, like my videos, even I keep freaking with my YT pillars, but my content every time just comes out to be different, right, than everyone else in the market. It could be better or worse in terms of value, but like those videos are different, right? Or at least that is what I like to think so. But like, note that these YouTube pillars that you create are not fixed, you know. You can really change them in the future. But for now, just understand which topic is naturally interesting to you and where you can easily eat your competition, and then just create your pillars around those topics, right? And just imagine that once you do it, you will be so far different from all these guys saying that AI is the future or like best business model in 2026, right? So this is how you really become magnetic, right? This is how you will have regular viewers watching you again and again. And once that happens, YouTube pushes your videos to new audience, right? um, because like it knows that you can retain your audience, right? So now the second thing is creating the chain. Now you have to know that what's the purpose of your video. Even if it's to book calls, you know, like that is basically why you're creating videos. You still have to understand your idea of the video insanely well, right? Then and only then you will begin the creation of this chain of belief, which is really important. And do not skip this part, because like related to your videos, you know, your viewers will have some like limiting belief or false belief that you have to either debunk them or replace those belief, right? So for example, like this was the kind of chain of belief that I wanted myself to follow for this video, right? To create a desirable outcome, which is what, you know, like I think I did, how to create YouTube that magnetizes high ticket clients, right? And then second thing was like just how should I stand out, and I had social proof for that, I had testimonials for that. And really secret to that is like the thing that I'm talking about, no one is talking about it, right? At least at this level, or like, you know, whatever. So that is how I try and come out to be different, right? Then my goal is to try and make you believe that you can never try and do this stuff by yourself, right? Is it good thing or bad thing? Well, in all honesty, you can, you know, like you can do this stuff by yourself, but it will just take you more time. So basically I will help you save time, and if you want that, you can book a quick call from the description, first link in the description, right? But still, like, you can do it, but it will just take you more time. And I think like instead of wasting 2-3 years, you could just have it in like 3 to 4 months, right? Then the next chain of belief was like this system is what I need, which is why like I created a name for the system, and I want you to become really attracted to the system, right? And then the last step is to like have a really good liking for the person, which is me here, and then you will book the call, right? So understand that chain of belief is really important step in creating killer videos. So here's how to do it for your own videos, right? So step 1 is like defining the audience. Understand the people in your niche as well as you can, right? do an in-depth research on them. I have done like, I don't know, bro, like maybe 28, 29 pages of Google Doc research on you, right? And it's just like freaking block of text that I go through every single week, right? Second step is creating a desired outcome for the video, which is for this video is like magnetize, like how to become um, magnetized to high ticket clients, right? So state the goal, or like state the end goal or the result you want from the video, right? Which is why like I have done with so I begin with this, right? I begin with like booking a call, right? And then I reverse engineer all these things, right? So, and then the third step is understanding the false belief or limiting belief regarding the idea or topic of the video, and then replacing those belief or debunking them, right? So this was like the second part in creation of the value, which is like creating the chain of belief, right? And it is like really important. Third part in how to create value is like make it impossible for your audience. Just like I told you above, look, if the thing is like, if after watching the video people feel like let me do it myself, you will never book calls, right? And again, like they will waste years of their life, which is why like it is kind of important for you to create urgency here, but also have to make sure that the service or the product you have is really good, you know. So you intentionally have to make it complex for them to do it themselves, right? How do you do it? Tell them the cost of doing everything by themselves, right? So like I'm gonna tell you, like if you try the system for yourself, you are really gonna waste like 8 or 9 or maybe even like a year just to figuring the things out. And I have created this system, I can do it for you, and you just have to give me your money, which is why like business exists, right? You give your money and you save your time, right? And by the way, if you want that, you know, like you can book a quick call from the first link in the description. But anyways, you know, that is how you could really, you know, like include a CTA in your videos, right? But basically you have to create urgency in their mind, right? You have to create a fear of doing it themselves in their mind, right? And make them really live in that moment, right? So not just telling them that you're gonna waste 12 years, or like not 12 years but like 12 months by trying and doing the system for yourself, but like actually make them live in that 12 months, right? Tell them like you're gonna wake up, your calendar will be empty, you will be spending time on creating YouTube videos, but you will still not gonna book calls, and all of that will happen just because like you don't want to invest your money. How smart is that, right? So you can do it like this, you know, there are multiple ways to do it, but yeah, that was the way, you know, like how you can make it impossible for your audience to try and do it themselves, right? So yeah, that was the second step, which was the creation of the value. So now you know how to create good killer ideas, and now you know how to create videos that actually sets you apart and books you call. Third thing is understanding your environment, right? Understanding YouTube, which is the environment you're gonna play this game in. Now look, the thing is like even if you do all of that, you still might never book calls, right? Because a really big part of this system is affected by its environment, which is YouTube. So now we're going to understand like how YouTube actually works and how you have to understand its environment and just follow the flow of it and, you know, just do it, right? So first thing, which is like understanding the channel data. Whatever you watch on the same YouTube channel that you post from, it affects YouTube data, right? It can change what YouTube perceives who your target audience is, right? So should I show it? This is my YouTube channel, right? So if I just, you know, like watch any video on that, let's just say like I watch a stand-up comedy video on this channel, right? It's gonna affect what YouTube perceives my target audience to be, right? Which is why like I never ever watch like casual videos on this channel, right? I have a separate channel for that, which is what like I would suggest you to do the same for yourself, right? So example, like if you post about high ticket coaches but you watch IRL streams from the same channel that you post from, it can change YouTube data on understanding who your target audience is, right? And if that happens, not only you will have a shit CTR, but also like a really bad watch time, and your video will die in like 20 20 hours, 18 hours, 19 hours, right? So in my opinion, like, do not watch any entertainment video that could change the YouTube data. On the other side, if possible, watch more of the videos of the people who create the videos on the same topic as you, right? So on this channel, I watch Charlie Morgan's video, I watch Alex Hormozzi's videos, right? Because that is the same kind of people I'm trying to sell to, right? Which is why, like, I do it. Second thing is title and thumbnail packaging, right? So this matters a lot more than people think. It's not just to help you get clicks, but one of the biggest factors if YouTube is gonna push your videos or not. If you got proof and testimonials, use them in titles, right? Basically, bro, like, titles and thumbnails are like really, how do I say it, like, different for each person, right? So like, I cannot really give anything on that, but understand that, like, you have titles or like you have proof or testimonials, use them as much as you can, right? Third thing is like write the description and tags. Now this is another insanely important element. Look, after the title and thumbnail, the thing that comes into play is YouTube description, and YouTube is gonna analyze all of this, deciding who to push your video towards and who you're gonna get impressions from, and if your video is actually gonna get views or not, and that will determine if you're gonna book calls or not, right? So I struggled with this shit for a really long time, you know, and now it's completely kind of not fixed, but like really close, you know, because previously I used to create videos on very different topics, and that fixed with the target audience, right? And then, like, talking about tags, I mean, you can use them if you want. I do, because like my channel is still kind of small, and yeah, which is why, like, you know, I still have to tell YouTube that this is who my target audience is, right? Well, basically, after the previous video, I think like it would be really easy, and I will kind of stop using, you know, like more than 3 or 4 tags, but yeah, kind of useful, right? So final words for the system: it's not really a magic system, right? It requires you to do immense work behind the scenes, and but like at the end of the day, it guarantees you the very thing that you always wanted, right? So yeah, that was it for the video. If you like it, there is a button for it below, and you can subscribe to the channel. And really important thing, if you have a good video idea that you want me to create video on, let me know and I'll just do that, right? So yeah.